metabolism is that it inhibits what's called glucose oxidation. And this is the main thing because it's the director of all your systems. So if we eat unsaturated fats, it pushes our body towards using fats for energy instead of glucose. And our body's main source of energy is glucose.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what our cells need. That's what your brain needs. That's why when you're in class and you kind of get daydreamy or sleepy, it's because your blood sugar's dropping, because you're thinking and your body needs the glucose. So paleo diets and things like that, I just don't agree with. Because from a physiological standpoint, it doesn't align with the body. But unsaturated fats, what they do is they block or inhibit glucose oxidation, which is how your cells use glucose, and they facilitate lipid oxidation, how your cells use fat for energy, which is very inefficient. So now you're not using glucose, you're producing lactic acid, you're not using glucose efficiently, it's not getting in the cell, you cause hypersecretion or hyperstimulation of the beta cells of the pancreas, leading to hyperinsulinemia, PCOS, you're producing lactic acid. I mean, it's just it's a cascade of effects. So plain and simple, eating unsaturated fats alters how your cells work, alters how you produce energy, and is going to affect thyroid hormone production, estrogen production, etc. So it's just it affects the entire body. It's not like you just use unsaturated fats, nuts and seeds, and you're going to have a gut problem.
No.
The gut problem is going to cause a liver problem. Liver problem, you can't detoxify estrogen. I mean, it's just a cascade of effects. So for me, unsaturated fats affect the body systemically because they have a profound effect on how our cells actually breathe.
Great. So you're mentioning how susceptible to oxidation that the polyunsaturated fats are. How does that really affect kind of your detoxification system and maybe your skin? People with skin problems that might have issues with estrogen dominance, etc.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything's so person specific, but they're inflammatory. That's the bottom line. And estrogen itself and progesterone, estrogen itself can stimulate serotonin and can stimulate melatonin, which from my standpoint are inflammatory. And they stimulate what's called interleukin-6, which is part of kind of your immune system, and it's an inflammatory marker. But interleukin-6 actually stimulates all of those. All of those stimulate aromatase, which is inflammatory. It converts kind of your hormones into male hormones, gives women like PCOS and hair and acne on the jawline, things like that. At the same time, estrogen stimulates fibrinogen, and a lot of the times this can lead to vascular issues, skin issues, scleroderma, things like that. It's not so much the one hormone as the mechanism. It's really, and Ray P talks about this, it's how unsaturated fats interact with estrogen and iron in the body, and what they do internally to how our cells are producing energy. And what they do, Hans Seely, AMD, did research, and he showed that by injecting, I think it was rats or monkeys, I can't remember exactly, with high doses of iron, he produced scleroderma, which is a skin disease. And Ray P talks about iron and its interaction with estrogen and its interaction with unsaturated fats, and how they affect cell respiration at the cellular level, and how, of course, if you're stressed, you're running from a lion, your body's not thinking about breaking down food. Yeah. It's been shown that your digestive juices are going to decrease by 50%. So now the foods you're eating, you can't break down. Some of the foods you're eating and oils are inhibiting how you break down food. All that bacteria overloads the liver. It's a huge burden on the liver. Now you can't detoxify estrogen, right? Now you can't store glycogen to kind of have energy throughout the day. That affects your hormone levels. Now you're wasting energy to produce very little energy. So it's just it's a cascade of effects. Skin issues, I mean, it's so person specific, but yeah, estrogen definitely plays a role, as well as iron, as well as unsaturated fats with people with skin issues, for sure.
So, Josh, it seems like it's not really just as simple as polyunsaturated fats. It goes so much deeper. You got to understand that there's so many other elements. So,
I would recommend, I'm just rattling stuff off the top of my head. Of course, it's a YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm not saying believe me. You don't have to believe me. Do the research. Study the work of Ray P. It's going to confuse you, but the bottom line is if you're confused, you're learning something. You can study our work from our YouTube channel, our website, eastwesthealing.com, our Facebook page. We've got a program, the Metabolic Blueprint. But, do your research, because the bottom line is, look out the window. Our society is getting worse, and everyone's promoting this stuff. and it's not working. You can't just take fish oil and think you're going to get healthier. You can't just eat vegetables and think you're going to get healthier. If it was that easy, everyone would be healthy. And we work with clients all around the world, me and my wife. And the one thing in the past 4 or 5 years that's really helped chronically ill people, beside our nutrition philosophy and paradigm, is eliminating unsaturated fats from people's diets.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure we learned a lot from this. We can check you out at eastwesthealingperformance.com. There's a ton of resources.
eastwesthealing.com.
eastwesthealing.com. Great. Ton of resources, articles, YouTube videos, free consultation, etc. So we appreciate it, man.
No problem.
And then keep checking us out, freshholistics.com. For now, we're out.